In the last 18 months, using what I'm going to show you, what we've developed, we've more than doubled our business, 2.5 times our business. We're going to look at the formula for an initial consultation that earns 100% during referral. And that's the experience that I have in my business, that every time I meet with a client, that client leads to at least one other client. And the key distinction is that's all happening in the initial consultation. It's not happening at the end or later. It's all up front. So I'm going to show you guys that formula. I'm very, very excited to do that. So let me just share my screen here, and we're going to dive right in. Okay, cool. Can you see that okay, Dan?
Got it. Yep.
Great. Okay. So to take this away, here's the main thing, and I just said this, but I really want to dive into this, is the concept of having an initial consultation where you earn 100% during referral. And one of the things that I've said about this is it's a way to double your business very quickly. And that's been my own experience. In the last 18 months, using what I'm going to show you, what we've developed, we've more than doubled our business, 2.5 times our business. And we could double it again right now. We're just at a comfortable capacity where we're running it where it is. So this is a very scalable thing. And the key about this too is it's a way of growing your business without spending lots of money. It's not buying technology, leads, any of that stuff. It's leveraging what you're already doing. Every time you start with a client, you have to sit down and talk to them. And what if every one of those conversations could result in a referral, at least one? That's what we're going to demystify here, is that formula. So I think that there's a couple of other things to say about this in terms of just setting context for why this is so important. Obviously, growing our businesses is always helpful and good, and especially in times like these, leveraging everything we do matters maybe more than ever. But I've learned some other things about this too that I'll just present quickly, and one of them is that part of focusing on earning a referral in the initial consultation isn't just about growing the business, it's about increasing the quality of your business too. Because what I've learned by doing this is that when folks make a referral in the initial consultation as a lender, rate shopping goes away. I don't have rate shopping in my practice. It just doesn't happen, ever. And for the lenders who are listening to this, that may sound hard to believe, but it's true. I imagine for a realtor, the conversations around cutting commission go away. Earning a referral is a big part of increasing the quality of your business. And then the other thing I've noticed about this is, and this is a huge concept, guys, is what I call speed of conversion. And what I've learned is that from the time that I've started focusing on during referrals in the initial consultation, the speed with which my clients go from initial consultation to under application, in other words, they found a home and are applying, has increased decreased by about 2 weeks from what it used to be. So that is has huge implications on the capacity of my business. So one thing to understand is the team that I'm running, that I'm working with, that does 200 transactions a year, there's just a few of us. It's not a big team. And part of the way that that's possible is by focusing on earning during referrals in the initial consultation, which increases the quality of what we're doing and the speed with which it can happen. And we'll talk more about that as we get into the formula, but those are some other pieces of context I wanted to share. Imagine, just for a moment before we dive in, what would your business look like a year or 18 months from now if every client you meet with introduces you to another client, number one? And number two, what happens if your clients, everyone that you work with, converts 14 days faster? At the end of the year, how much time have you picked up? How much capacity to do transactions or take some time off, whatever that looks like, right? So those are the pieces of this. And one other thing I want to say before diving in is one last piece of context, and this is something that I learned the hard way. I learned this the very hard way. And that is, way back when I began in by Referral Only, I remember Joe teaching me to really focus on not waiting until the end of the transaction to ask. We've learned that for years. Joe's taught me over and over about that. And one of the stumbling blocks for me was always that I felt like I needed to earn the right to ask for a referral. I felt like I needed to provide an amazing result, and then I could ask, right? So how can I get around that if I'm going to ask in the initial consultation? How does that work? And so the answer to that, the hack for me has been this, is to make sure that my initial consultation is referable, that my initial consultation is so amazing and so wonderful for the client that I can feel confident about asking in that initial consultation. I've earned the right because I've done an amazing consultation. That's been a big, big hack for me. I started on this journey of going after during referrals in the initial consultation about 4 years ago. And about a year and a half ago, I would say I mastered it. And that's what we're going to look at today, is the system that masters it. But the big hack is think about your initial consultation as referable, that you provide so much value in that you have every right to ask. And the other hack, I'm not going to give away until we get into it. Okay, Dan?
Yes.
Okay.